Complete the past to embrace the future. I remember I was in the room with Colin Powell, who was the US former Secretary of State to George Bush, the president. And I remember him saying, none of us can change our yesterdays, but all of us can change our tomorrows. And at that time, I wasn't very sure if that was just a throwaway statement or it was pretty profound. But for some people, it can be pretty profound. And let me explain. So does this sound familiar? Some people go through life as if there's a big anchor behind them, weighing them down. If they could release it, they'd be able to move faster and succeed more easily. Perhaps that's you holding your past hurts, past incompletes, past anger, past fear. Yet releasing these anchors can often be the final step you need to complete to embrace your future. I've known people who have forgiven their parents and doubled their income in the ensuing few months, as well as doubling their productivity and doubling their ability to achieve things. I've known others who have forgiven their aggressors for past harm and been relieved of the actual physical ailment it comes as a result of that. The truth is, we need to let go of the past and embrace the future. One method that Jack Canfield uses is called the total truth process. The total truth process, and an easier method is the total letter truth process, are two tools to help you release negative emotions from the past and come back to your natural state of love and joy in the present. The real reason it's called the total truth is that often when we're upset, we fail to communicate all of our true feelings to the person we're actually upset with. You can hear this in couples therapy as well. They use it quite a lot, and it's very effective to help people move on. We get stuck at the level of anger or pain and rarely move past the emotional completion of it. As a result, it can be difficult to feel close to or even at ease with the person after such an angry or painful confrontation. The total truth process helps us express our true feelings and helps you recapture your true caring, closeness and cooperation that is your actual natural state. The process is designed so as not to let you dump or discharge negative emotions onto the other person, but to allow you to move through the negative emotions and release them so you can return to your state of love and acceptance that is the natural state of being from which joy and creativity can fall and flow. So here's the stages of the total truth process. It can be conducted verbally or in writing. Whichever method you choose, the goal is to express the anger, the hurt, the fear, and then move toward understanding, forgiveness, and love. Remember, this is not taking it out on someone else. If you do it verbally, always do it with the other person's permission first. Easy way to do that. Do you want me to give you it straight, or do you want me to sugarcoat it and go round the houses? Most people will say, just give it to me straight. Once you've got your permission, there you go. Begin by expressing your anger, and then move through each stage all the way to the stage of love, compassion, forgiveness, and appreciation. You can use the following prompts to keep you focused at each stage. For the process to be effective, you need to spend an equal amount of time on each of the 6 steps. So the first one is anger and resentment. Here's classic phrases that you could use. I'm angry that I'm fed up with. I hate it when. I resent. The next one is hurt. It hurt me when. I feel hurt that. I feel sad that. I feel disappointed about. Then fear. I was afraid that. I get afraid when you. I feel scared when. I'm afraid that I. Then the fourth one is remorse, regret, and accountability. I'm sorry that. I'm sorry for. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to. The fifth one is wants. All I ever wanted. I want or wanted. I want you to. I deserve. And the final one is the embracing, which will set you free. Love, compassion, forgiveness, and appreciation. I understand that. I forgive you for, I appreciate, thank you for, I love you for. If you're uncomfortable doing it verbally, and if the other person cannot or will not participate, you can put your feelings in writing. Use a total truth letter to express your true feelings. So the following steps are when you write the total truth letter. So write the letter to the person who has upset you with equal proportions and roughly in the letter, expressing each of the feelings in the total truth process that we just spoke about. If the other party is someone who is likely to agree and cooperate with the process, you may choose to simply throw the letter away once you have completed it. Remember, the main purpose of here is to set you free of the unexpressed emotions, not to necessarily change the other person. You're not there to change someone else. You're there to work on yourself. And this is a process to help you do that. If the person you're upset with is willing to participate, have him or her write the total truth letter to you too. Then exchange letters. Both of you should be present when you read the letters, then discuss the experience. Avoid trying to defend your position. It's key here to avoid trying to defend your position, because all that will happen is resentment and anger. Make an effort to understand where the other person is coming from as you read their letter. After some practice, you may find that you'll go through the 6 steps and 6 stages of the process quickly and less formally. But in times of great difficulty, you will still want to use the 6 stages as a guideline. But remember to forgive and move on. As long as you don't forgive, who and wherever it is will occupy free rent space in your mind as a result of it. Although it may seem unusual to mention forgiveness in this process and how it may make you become more successful, the reality is that anger, resentment, and desire for the revenge can waste valuable energy that can be used more effectively to apply towards your positive goal, direction, action. In the light of the law of attraction, we have already discussed before, you can attract more of whatever feelings you're experiencing. Being negative and angry and unforgiving about the past hurt only ensures that you will continue to attract more of the same in your life. So forgive and bring yourself back to the present as a result. In the world of business and in families and personal relationships, we too need to come to a place of love and forgiveness. To let go is so we can move on. You need to forgive a business partner who's lied to you or hurt you financially. You need to forgive the co-worker who stole credit from your work or for your work or gossiped about you behind your back. You need to forgive the ex-spouse who cheated on you, then got nasty during your divorce. You needn't condone their actions or ever trust them again, though. But you need to learn whatever lessons they are, forgive the other person and move on. When you forgive, it puts you back in the present, and when doing good things can happen to you, and when you can take action to create your future, gains for yourself, your team, your company, and your family. Staying mired in the past uses valuable energy and robs you of the power you need to forge ahead in the creation of what you actually want. But it's so hard to let go, I hear you saying. I know it's hard to let go and to forgive. I've been kidnapped and assaulted by a stranger, for example. I've been physically abused by an alcoholic father. I've been the victim of reverse racism. I've had employees embezzle serious amounts of money from me. I've been sued in blatantly frivolous lawsuits. I've been taken advantage of in a number of business dealings, I can hear you say. But after each experience, I did the work of processing it and forgiving the other party, because I knew if I didn't, those past hurts would eat away at me and prevent me from focusing all my full attention on enjoying the present and creating the future that I really wanted. The past is in the past, and there's no future in it. Just remember that. With each experience, I've also learned how to avoid letting it happen. I've also allowed how to avoid letting it happen again. I've learned how to better flow my intuition, and I've learned how to be to protect myself, my family, and my hard-earned assets. And each time I finally released the experience, I felt lighter, freer, and stronger, with more energy to focus on and more important to tasks at hand. There is no negative self-talk, no bitter recriminations out of this. You have to understand where you're coming from. In the past, I've been taken to court several times. Every single time, I've won. It's cost me money to defend my position, more than a lot more than actually what the court was. And people say you should have just paid it and walked away. But the reality was, I had to defend it. But do I hold a resentment to the people that have done that in the past to me? Absolutely not. Because as Nelson Mandela once said, resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Whenever it hurts, you're feeling, you know that I've left them too as well. So that's the reality. But also, you know that what can hurt you even more is harboring the resentment and holding a grudge and rerunning the same hatred over and over again in your mind. The word forgive really does mean to give up for yourself, not for them. I've heard, Jack Canfield's had people at his seminars who and when they finally truly forgave someone released long-term migraine headaches within minutes, from immediate relief to chronic constipation and colitis and release of arthritis, pain, improve their eyesight, and immediately experience a host of other physical benefits as a result of doing this. One man actually lost 6 pounds in the next 2 days without even changing his eating habits. He's also seen other people subsequently create miracles in their careers and financial lives. Believe me, it's definitely worth the intention and the effort of doing it. So let it go.